Hey, everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Pastor Mike Drotis, Bible teacher and preacher, and you've tuned into my YouTube channel, Solving the Prophetic Puzzle. Today, I'd like to share with you a rapture dream that I just had just a few days ago. Now, this would be the third or fourth rapture dream that I had in my entire lifetime. And the amazing thing about this rapture dream is that it had some similarities to some of the other two dreams or three dreams that I had about the rapture, and there were some differences or nuances to this that I've never seen before. So I'd like to share it with you because I have to tell you, Jesus Christ is coming back very soon. The rapture is right around the corner, and we need to be ready. Now, in this dream, this spiritual dream that I had, it's like all the other spiritual dreams I ever had. It seems so real. It seems more real than even me sitting here right now talking into this camera. It seems more real than me walking about daily life. I could see things, I could feel things, I could smell things, I could hear things, I could think in this dream. I'm thinking in this dream. This dream is real. This dream seemed so real to me. It was as if I was play acting or acting out a scene that would happen in the future. Maybe that's exactly what it was. Maybe I was moved to the future, and I was in a dream state, and I was walking through these events in the future. I don't exactly know, but I'd like to share it with you. Now, in this dream, it started off, I'm in this scene, and I'm in downtown. I live in a small or middle-sized town in the Blue Ridge, near the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. And I was in this downtown area at the time, just walking about. I wasn't really shopping. I was just walking about in the downtown area. I realized at that point that it was 4 a.m. It was 4 a.m. Now, where I live, it is never daylight at 4 a.m. It might begin to get light around 6 a.m. or 5:45 a.m., but never 4 a.m. At this point in time, it was as bright as a 12 o'clock noon. I could look up in the sky, and I saw the clouds. I saw the color of the sky. It seemed blue. I saw white puffy clouds. I saw light. To me, it looked like it was 12 o'clock noon. But inside of my spirit and mentally in my mind, I knew it was 4 a.m. And I thought, this is really strange. I've never seen a day like this. This is like a day like no other. It's light outside, and it's early in the morning. And then I looked up, and I looked toward the west. And when I looked to the west, I saw a big ball of light behind the clouds. It was like the sun was behind the clouds, but it was in the west. The sun rises in the east, and I was looking to the west. The sun in the east, the sun hadn't even come up yet, but to the west was this big ball of light, and it was lighting the whole sky and lighting where I was at as if it was daytime. This light continued to shine, and I thought how odd it is. Then, as I was pondering about this daylight and looking at this great light behind the clouds, the whole earth began to shake. It was an earthquake. We could say an earthquake, but it wasn't the violent type of earthquake that was knocking down buildings and killing people. It was a continual rumbling, shaking, moving of the earth. I realized this, and once again I got a second number in my head. This time I said, this is at least a 6.0 earthquake, and it's happening worldwide. The world has experienced at minimum a 6.0 or above earthquake happening to the entire earth at the same time. Everything is shaking, and it shook for what seemed like an extended period of time, maybe 15 minutes or so. Everything was shaking. I knew it in my spirit. I saw the bright light that was behind the clouds in the sky, and I felt the earth shaking and trembling for about 15 minutes. The next thing that happened was an event that we call the catching away or the rapture. All of a sudden, without any warning, people began to vanish. Not one at a time. everybody who was going to vanish vanished at the same time. Now, the interesting thing is, it wasn't a whole lot of people that vanished. There were still people on the streets, but there was a few people that vanished. They didn't dematerialize. They didn't float up to space. There wasn't a lot of commotion. Their clothes didn't fall off of them. Everything was gone. One moment they were there, the next moment they were totally gone. As though they weren't even there ever whatsoever. They just vanished quicker than I could snap my finger, quicker than a blink. They were gone. I looked around and I thought, wow, the rapture just occurred. And I looked around at various people who were there. They didn't even really seem disturbed. They continued to go about their daily business. It didn't even seem to bother them that some people, not a lot of people, suddenly vanished right from downtown in my area. And I witnessed this. I saw it. 1 minute they were there, 1 second they were gone. The rapture occurred. I realized then that I just witnessed the rapture. Then I moved to a new scene, same area, just a different location in the downtown mall area. And I saw a group of people, maybe about 10 or 12 men and women. They were sitting together having coffee at some of the outdoor coffee places that are on the downtown mall. And they were talking and about regular events. They were going about their regular business. They had no idea what had just happened. The rapture had occurred, and they had no idea what had happened. I looked at them and I thought, these are regular people. These are good people. Regular people going about their regular business. Some of them are church-going people. Some of them, all of them, I would imagine if you asked them if they were a Christian, they would say, absolutely, I'm a Christian. Yet they had no idea that the rapture occurred. They had no idea that Jesus Christ came back and took the church away. And they were talking and discussing their agendas for the day. As I watched them, a spirit of intercession came upon me. And I remember in the dream, I turned around from them and I knelt down and I began to earnestly pray for them. I said, dear Lord, these people don't realize what has just happened. They missed the rapture. And they are going to go into a period of great tribulation like this earth has never seen. They don't realize what has happened, and they think everything's okay. They think they have all the time in the world to do whatever they want to do with their lives, but their lives are going to drastically change from this point forward. It will never be the same again, Lord, and they don't even know it. As I was praying for them, I then thought to myself, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. This city is going to get shut down. I believe, now I'm talking to you outside of the dream now, I believe that once the rapture occurs, martial law will begin to envelop the whole world. Cities will be shut down. States will be shut down. Borders will be shut down. You won't be able to go travel around freely. They're going to shut everything down. They're also going to stop communication. If you think that your cell phone's going to work, I doubt it. If you think that your computer's going to work, I highly doubt it. Everything, the whole grid is going to shut down right after the rapture. And they're going to use that to regain control of the masses. And so I realized that there was just a tiny sliver of time between the rapture and between what's going to happen as the beast system, as the Antichrist begins to turn up his pressure, because he knows that his time is short at that point in time. So I realized to myself, I said, I got to get out of here. I've got to get out of this city before they shut it down. I got to get to the woods or get to the mountains or get to a place of safety, because they're going to shut things down and they're going to begin to lock people up, and they're going to begin to push people towards the agenda of accepting the mark of the beast. And so at that point in time, the dream stopped and I woke up and I began to think about it then at that point. I wanted to share this dream with you because I'm having a feeling, and I believe other believers are having the same feeling. We are wrapping things up. The rapture is very close. I hear Bible teachers talk about it. I hear YouTube preachers talk about it. I hear other people having dreams about the rapture. Time is running out. The rapture is very close, and we have to get ready. And I'm encouraging, I'm believing. The reason why I do YouTube videos is so that I can help people be prepared for their soon coming rapture, and especially those people who are on the fence, who haven't made a commitment to Christ yet. You have to do it today. You must be born again. You have to be ready, because 1 minute after the rapture, you'll be like those people that I saw in the dream. They missed it and they didn't even really realize it. But they were getting ready to go into a time of great tribulation. Finally, I'd like to share with you Revelation chapter 6, the sixth seal, which I believe John is describing the rapture. You'll find it very interesting. There were some things in this vision that John had that line up with my vision. I saw that big ball of light. I believe that was Jesus Christ coming back in the clouds. He was coming from the west at 4 a.m. I can't figure all these things out. I'm just telling you, maybe somebody smarter than me can figure some of this out. There was also a great earthquake, 6.0 or higher. And John saw this, and he described the rapture at the sixth seal. So I'd like to leave you with this verse as I read it to you. Revelation chapter 6:12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth, as a fig tree drops its late figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. Then the sky receded as a scroll when it is rolled up, and every mountain and every island was moved out of its place. And the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, the commanders, the mighty men, every slave, every free man, hid themselves in the caves and in the rocks of the mountains. And they said to the mountains and to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who is able to stand? I believe that John is describing the rapture, and the rapture occurs at the sixth seal. And I also believe that God gave me a dream to show me some things that will soon take place. So get ready. Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Hey, thank you for watching these videos. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you have a prayer request, please send me your prayer request. I will pray with you and for you. And until next time, keep looking up. Jesus Christ is coming soon. God bless you.